Hello, today we are going to talk about political cartoons. This is an overview and analysis. First, we have to start off by seeing what is a political cartoon. Um, these are a drawing made for the purpose of conveying editorial commentary on politics, politicians, and current events. Um, they're also sometimes referred to as opinion cartoons or editorial cartoons. They're referred to that this way because these are the sections of the newspapers or websites that they appear on. Um, Next, are they just satire? Um, Not always. For instance, the picture in the background of this slide is a memorial piece for General Colin Powell, who was the leader and commander of U.S. Armed Forces in the first Gulf War during Desert Storm, and he was also a Secretary of State. He was a large political figure um, in the United States. So they can be used as memorial pieces or attention grabbers at the beginning of an article. Um, to basically bring the reader in and get their brain juices going so that they can better digest the article that they're about to read and just kind of have a little bit of something to get them going. How do we analyze them? First, we need a analysis sheet of some sort or a rubric. In this case, we are going to use the cartoon analysis worksheet that was designed by the National Archives and Records Administration. Um, and it breaks it down into its individual parts. Um, the details make the cartoons. If it wasn't for the details, they'd be pretty pointless. Um, and they wouldn't make any sense. Um, so using a form makes it easier to track this analysis and makes it easier to make sense of what's going on in the cartoon. So let's try it out together. Let's take a second to look at this picture, read it, kind of take it in, give it a good general overview. So to begin, we're going to start looking at the individual pieces. Um, Under level 1 for visuals, it says list the objects or people you see in the cartoon. There are 2 police officers, one's wearing a bulletproof vest and a mask, and the other is not. Um, in the next section for words, it says identify the cartoon caption and or the title. This one doesn't have a title. So we're going to just kind of give the location of the words. They're in the upper left above the unprotected cop. Number 2 is locate 3 words or phrases used by the cartoonist to identify objects or people within the cartoon. You can use more if you would like, if there is more. Um, my choices were mask, COVID, vest, and bullet. Record any important dates or numbers that appear in the cartoon. This one doesn't have any, but we will be able to kind of use our context clues to kind of date it in a period-ish time frame. Which of the objects on your list are symbols? This is under level 2 in visuals. The vest and the mask. Those are symbols of our time, generation, um, current era, that sort of thing. So what do you think each symbol means? For these people in this cartoon, it means self-protection. Vest is going to protect the police officer from getting hurt um, through violent actions, and the mask is going to keep the police officer safe from from a virus, the virus, COVID, the flu, whatever. Number 4, which words or phrases in the cartoon appear to be the most significant, and why do you think so? The ones I chose were believe, COVID, vest, bullet, and need. Obviously, a police officer needs to protect himself. They believe that they're going to need some sort of protection. One clearly believes in COVID, the other one clearly doesn't. One says that he doesn't need a vest because he doesn't believe in bullets. The other one obviously believes in bullets because he's wearing one. So um, these are just some of the big um, items that we are looking at that are readily apparent. 5, list adjectives that describe the emotions portrayed in the cartoon. Obviously, there are many. The ones that first popped into my mind were boastful and unreasonable. Clearly, the one police officer is saying, I don't believe in this, because I'm, you know, don't need it. It's ridiculous. He's boasting that he is, not needing all these protective items, which anybody, any rational person, would feel that this is an unreasonable claim. An unreasonable person would think that they don't need these things. Under level 3, describe the action taking place in the cartoon. One cop is telling another cop about his flawed logic. Um, he's kind of pointing to himself. I don't need these things. I don't believe in these things. And the other cop is almost looking at him like he's lost his mind because clearly in that profession, um, danger from gun violence is an everyday thing. And in our current state, the danger from COVID is an everyday thing. So these would be necessary items to protect yourself. Um, Number or letter B, um, explain how the words in the cartoon clarify the symbols. So it gives context for the time frame. Obviously, COVID is a brand new thing, or new-ish in the realm of history. So that kind of puts us into the period of some time between uh, late 2019, early 2020 till present day. Um, and how one piece of safety equipment is compared to another. Where clearly they're talking about bulletproof vests and the masks. They both are protecting these people from not only somebody else, but themselves, their environment, um, and those are the symbols that I picked up on. Explain the message of the cartoon. He doesn't believe, so it isn't real, when that is clearly wrong. It's a reasonable person would say this guy is not correct. He is not right. These things are obviously real, and that he should believe in those. What special interest groups would agree or disagree with the cartoon's message and why? Um, Medical professionals, police obviously would agree that these things are necessary to keep one's person safe. Um, they see these dangers firsthand and would totally disagree with this first officer's outlook. So, are they both right? Are they both wrong? Is one right? Is one wrong? Um, I don't know. It's up to the individual viewer. And the interest groups that would see this would probably think that the first one is wrong. The other one, wearing all the protective equipment, is right because he is taking steps to protect himself. So it doesn't always have to be hard. These things are meant to be fun, funny, poke a little fun at current events and current issues. Sometimes the simplest answer is the best answer. Um, they can be fun while being informative. Um, you can have fun with it. It's okay. Some of them are a little bit more rude. Some of them are a little bit more funny. Some of them are a little bit more somber. So it all depends on the context that you, the viewer, gets from the cartoon. It can also give clues to the thoughts and feelings um, from the time period. Clearly, um, the thoughts and feelings of the ones that we just seen is that there are some people that believe they should protect themselves, and there are some people that believe they shouldn't need to worry about it because they don't think that it's important or real or whatever. So you can get clues to the time period from some of the items in the cartoon.